Morning. Welcome, all of you. My name is Maria Teresa. I live in Spain. I am a scientist, and meditation for me, in a way, is a subject of research. So today I will share with you meditation, theory, and mainly practice experience from a scientific point of view. And with scientists, we want to arrive to the reality. And when we find a simple way, an easy way to explain something, we know that we are close to reality. So that's what I'm going to share with you. Meditation in a very simple, in a very easy way. I will share with you here we are. Ready? I hope you are all nicely seated. So my way to explain meditation is based on how our brain works, which are the possibilities offered by our brain, and we will refer to this as brain modes, modes that we use voluntarily. Voluntarily, what can we do? First thing, of course, we can think. Mainly, we spend our days thinking. This is a kind of interface between our awareness and the different processes that takes place in our brain. So that's just one possibility. We will refer to it as the thinking mode. Also, voluntarily, we pay attention to different senses. Maybe now you are hearing, so you are paying attention to my words, or you are looking at me, or you are feeling inside, how are you in this moment? So this is the perceiving mode. The five senses are there. We see, we hear, we touch, we smell, we taste. This is towards the external world. But also inside, we perceive. We have mechanoreceptors, we have different kind of sensors, and we feel temperature, we feel changes in density, we feel vibrations. So all this, we call it the perceiving mode. And then, of course, we can move muscles. Voluntarily, we move our hands, we move our body. So we will refer to this as the active mode. And the question is, all right, we move muscles, we perceive, and we think. But what else? What else are we free to do? We are free, or we are able to guide our attention. And that's one of the main freedoms that our experience, our brain offers to us. So now, with your attention, you are choosing if you hear my words or if you pay attention to your thoughts. Can you feel that? So when we are aware of what attention is, and we control attention, we decide what to do with attention, then we are using the observing mode. This is a key point. Normally, attention is in the hands of the thinking mode. All the time, the attention is like looking at the thoughts inside, paying attention to the thoughts. So mainly our attention is here, in the front cortex of the brain. And when we meditate, we want to relax this kind of attention. We want to go inside to the silence. We just do very small exercise to start practice of meditation. Just place your hand on your forehead, close your eyes, and feel inside your head. Now you raise your hand, put together your fingertips, and you press with your fingertips in the middle of the upper part of your head. Just here in the middle. You press a little bit. Feel comfortable. Feel your back straight. And just feel this point you are touching. You may be feeling a kind of pumping, different sensation. You just pay attention in this point. And now feel inside. Take the tip of your tongue backwards, touching behind. Like this, your attention goes inside. Also, you feel relaxed. Now take down your tongue and your head and your hand. And just feel inside your head. Find a place for your attention inside, which is calm, stillness. This is the observing mode. We are kind of observing inside from our awareness, from our self-awareness. It's like meeting with ourselves. Here I am. You feel you are observing from this point of stillness. Again, touch with your finger on the top of the head. And now raise your hand, stretch your hand, raise 5 centimeters, 2 inches, and feel your awareness here. Feel your observing mode here. Effortlessly, your attention is placed here. Maybe you have perceptions in your hand, maybe cold, maybe hot, maybe vibration. We are just using perceiving mode and observing mode. You realize we are still, we are calm. Take down your hand, open your eyes, and see if you are watching without thinking. And from this observing mode, from this stillness, we will continue to hear some explanation, and then we will go deeper into meditation. But we just stay in this observing mode, which implies a voluntary use of attention. We feel we are in control of our attention, from inside. When we use the observing mode, we feel a distance between our awareness and the thoughts. So this is the vision of the scientist. This is the objective view, which is not confused by thoughts. So this state of observing mode helps us in our lives. Thoughts are there, events are there, but we keep witnessing it from this place of calm. So this mode is essential for scientists and for many other professions. And we are able to guide effortlessly our attention. This is very useful in many, many professions. And scientists, we love making questions because we love finding answers. And the question is, what happens when attention goes beyond thoughts? When we control our attention, we realize that we are free to choose if we pay attention to the thoughts or not. So eventually, we have this experience of going beyond thoughts. And beyond the horizon of thoughts, existence continues. Which is more, beyond this mind, beyond thoughts, we have the real experience of ourselves. This is a very famous question, who I am. This who I am, we won't find an answer with the thinking mode, because it's mainly an experience. This experience of who I am is fully when we go beyond thoughts. We get the answer to this question, who I am. And we will refer to this brain mode as silence mode. Our brain is still working. Our attention is very intense. And we call it silence mode, when attention goes beyond thoughts. So in this mode, we feel ourselves. We are self-aware. We find what we are. And then we realized that in silence mode, we may continue enjoying many things. For example, silence mode and perceiving mode goes together. They don't need the thinking mode. When you are tasting a fruit and you feel, oh, it's so nice, you may say, oh, it's so nice, but you don't need it. It's just the experience of the taste. So we enjoy a drink, enjoy a fruit, and we don't need to think to have this experience. So silence mode and perceiving mode can work together. And also, we don't need to think to dance. You may say, oh, to learn to dance, I need to think. Okay, maybe to learn how to do it. But when you repeat that movement different times, inside of you, motor programs are generated. It means you get neural connections that is kind of motor program. So that is like recording inside of you. And afterwards, you repeat this dance without thinking. The same with Tai Chi or other meditation practices. Once you know the movement, you don't need to think to do it. So silence mode and active mode can work together. And of course, silence mode and observing mode also. When we enjoy landscape, we are walking in the nature, we walk without thinking, we observe without thinking, we feel without thinking, we smell, we see. So many things are there when we are not thinking. But main thing is this, that you have the experience of yourself. You find answers. Another question may be, I'm here in this life. What's my purpose? Why I'm here? And you have this experience. Oh, have this silence mode. I feel myself in silence mode. I feel reality in a particular way. I feel life in a particular way. And you realize that's all. What I'm here for is to have this experience of myself and to live from here. It means we will be doing things, we will be working, but it's completely different when you live from your mind and when you live from your spirit, from your soul, from your Atma. And to achieve this experience, we practice meditation. To practice meditation is what we are doing now. We are not paying attention to thinking mode. We are mainly listening. We are self-aware. We are using the observing mode. And we feel that we are calm. The thinking mode decreases. So when we meditate, the first step is this. We pay attention to what we feel. We increase observing mode to achieve the meditation state. In the meditation state, the silence mode is present. That's all. This silence mode, after, along your day, whenever you need, you use the thinking mode, but you don't use the thinking mode all the time. And you don't lose your connection with yourself. That's why we meditate. With the senses, if you want to read this sentence, it's from the Katha Upanishad. It's been written 2,000 years back. It means human beings, they have this experience from a long time back. We know that the Supreme Path begins in silence mode. And we are here to achieve it. When I did one of the research, I was searching for different papers, different scientists who had done different works about meditation. So I said, okay, let's see who is considering silence mode as a symptom of the meditation state. And what I found is that very, very few researchers consider mental silence mode. Less than 1% of article papers were talking about silence mode. And what I found is that all the scientists who have done this research considering meditative state as the presence of silence mode, they have all learned how to meditate with Srimati Nirmala Devi. He was born, his name was Nirmala Salve, but he's better known as Srimati. She had this experience of silence mode, and she used to share it with all the people around her. And this is the second key point I want to tell you about. When we reach the silence mode, we share this state. I mean, if you are meditating with a person who is in meditation state, who has this silence inside the head, in a very easy way, in a very spontaneous way, you get this state. So that's the main thing happening in the presence of Sri Mataji. And then, whenever any of us reach this state, we also have experience that we can share it. And that's why we are here. That's why we share with you all this meditation. Because we want to share with you this present. This is like a present. But you see, imagine here is a present, and I want to give it to you. Person is here with me, and I say, take this present. Okay, I may offer the present, but I can't force the other person to grasp the gift, to take the present. This person needs to stretch their arms and take the present with the hands. This is the same. To get the silence mode, we need to use attention in a voluntary way. And we need to have this desire. It's like when you have the desire to get the present, and as you have this desire, then your hands goes there and take the present. So the same happens in meditation. We are here, the present is here, and you just need to know or to feel if you have this desire to experience the silence. So just one sentence to motivate, to boost desire. The greatest vacation one can take is in the gap between two thoughts. Let's try. So we sit comfortable. And again, we place our hand, fingers together on top of your head. The other hand, open your hand like this towards us. I want to receive this present. I have my hand open to get the present, and I have my attention ready to get the present. Now your hand, which is on top of your head, you open your hand 5 centimeters, 2 inches above the head. Place here your attention. Now take down your hand and raise the other one again on top of your head. Bend a little bit your head. Feel that you don't have any tension in your neck. And you just feel your hands. What are you feeling in your hands? Take down your hand, both hands on the lap. And we just feel our presence. Take your hand on your heart I am the spirit. I am pure awareness. I exist in the silence. And from the heart, raise your hand slowly, slowly up to your head, above your head, very slowly, feeling. You move slowly, slowly your hand. You raise your hand more and more. And again, you take down your hand. I am feeling without thinking. Slowly you open your eyes. You watch without thinking. In this state, we'll watch a video, keeping this attention anchored in the silence.
What are we facing today? It should really make you feel quite disturbed to see the way things are going on in every country, everywhere. What's the problem? What is such a need for people to become so restless, full of tensions, collectively, country-wise? Anywhere you go, you find some sort of a confusion. Terrible. The whole society seems to be boiling with a kind of a fear of destruction. What is the reason? There are so many religions, so many organized, disorganized, all kinds of things. There are so many sadhus and sants. There are so many books written about what you should have. But the only one who is a seeker of truth should see one point. Why? Why there is so much problem in this world, and how can you help them? Where is the problem? It is inside the human being. As described, you see, we have come out of animal stage to human stage. We have a human awareness, no doubt. In that awareness, we start seeing all kinds of things that are not good, which are destructive, which are disturbing. If it doesn't disturb you, that means you are not at all a sensitive person. But you are sensitive as a human being. So now what is the reason for this? In every field of life, whether it is political, economic, or any field of life in which human beings are living, there is a very subtle problem which people don't understand. Now, if I say that there is spirit within us, which shines in our heart, we need not believe. Need not believe. But our attention is not on the spirit. They call it Atma Vimukh. Our attention is outside. At this stage, at the human awareness, our attention is outside. Outside in various things. Now, where should our attention go? To evolve for what? To achieve what? Firstly, our attention has now go towards our spirit, towards spiritual understanding. This is one thing has to happen to human beings to begin with. Otherwise, our attention is outside. We are worried about money, worried about power, worried about this, worried about that, in competition and all kinds of things going on. But if your attention is turned somehow towards your spirit, then what happens to you is that you become the power of the spirit. And the power of the spirit is the highest power that you could think of. First of all, spirit is the one that loves. Loves without asking for anything, without expecting anything, just loves. It's an unconditional type of a personality which just emits love. Anybody in trouble, anybody having a problem, just it flows. This capacity to flow in the heart exists. But on top of that is the closing point, is that our attention is not on our spirit.
Hope you all have enjoyed this experience. And you have your attention inside, feeling yourself, feeling your spirit. And still we can do our lives normally. The experience is different when we have this attention from what we are, from what we truly are. Have a nice day.